Hello friends, in today's class we are going to talk about bakery algorithm, which is a multiple process solution. Welcome here, and we have already seen two processes critical section solution problem, and bakery algorithm is a multiple process. Multiple process critical section solution. Okay, synchronization between n greater than equal to two processes. Okay, and this is by Leslie Lampert. And this entire idea of bakery algorithm is based on the token generation system in bakery. So whenever someone enters into this bakery, then it has been assigned a number. Okay, and when your number, and this is the display part, so this type of the token will be generated, and whenever your number is displayed on this board, okay, suppose this is 196, and whenever this will display that 196, you can go and take your food or you can eat. So based on this, you have to wait for your turn. This entire resource you can find it in original resource, you can find in this address. Okay, so bakery algorithms is like a token generator, and token till your token will be displayed, wait for your turn. Now this is the simplified bakery algorithm, and here in this bakery algorithm we are implementing same thing, that a process is numbered from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so there is a process p0, p1, and up to, if there are n process generated up to n minus 1. Num is an array. We are using some data structure, and that data structure here in this case is num of array with n integers. Okay, n is what? N is the total number of process. So this is your total number of process. Initial value of this array is equal to 0, so you have all the n values, number 0, 1, and up to 0, 0, and all the values assigned to 0. Each entry correspond to a process. Okay, each entry here in this case is correspond to a process. So now we are having there is a lock section and there is an unlock section. In between them we are having a critical section. So there also in the previous algorithm, though I haven't mentioned here that there is a lock section, but this is the lock section that you stuck here, and this is the lock section you stuck here, spin lock. So I use the term spin lock, and here I'm using explicitly the term the lock. So this is my lock section, lock I. So here what it will do here is process I will enter here in this lock I. Okay, you want to lock a process here, and process I, let's say 0 or 1 maybe. Num I will take the value of max of this num 0, num 1 up to num n minus 1 plus 1. So first we'll assign this array that is assigned to 0, we'll assign a number. Okay, we'll assign a number which is equivalent to taking a token. So we'll take a token, assign a number. Then what it will do is that for p equal to 0 to p less than n, which is n minus 1 and plus p, we are putting a for loop over here. And how many times for loop will run? As many as processes are there, n times, 0 to n minus 1, and that is the p0 to pn minus 1. Then this is the spin lock condition, and it is checking that number pi is not equal to 0. Okay, if number p is not equal to 0, so this process has also been assigned a number and which is not equal to 0, and num of p is less than equal, num of p is less than equal to num of I. So if that process p, 0 process, has a lesser value than num of I, if it is true, not 0 is true, and num of p is lesser value, less token value than num of I, okay, num of I that we want to lock, then it has to wait stuck into this loop part. It has to wait not only for one process P, for the entire process it will check the value whether it is lesser value or not. Okay, so now only after, for all the processes it is having a lesser value, then only this loop, while loop, will break. Till that it will not break. That P is not equal to 0. Not equal to 0 means this part is saying that it haven't assigned a value. Okay, so no value assigned, still 0. So no value assigned, still 0. In that case loop will break. Or the second condition, if there is a value assigned and that value is lesser value than num of I, then it will be true and it is stuck into the loop. So if your lock of I that you are putting here is having a token number lesser than all the values assigned to process 0 to n minus 1, if it is lesser than that, then only this loop will break and it can go to the critical section. You will enter into the critical section, and finally what you will do here, that you take the value num of I, the process that you have logged, and again you reassign it to 0. That is the idea of simple bakery algorithm. Now here again we are continuing our discussion with the simplified bakery algorithm, and it is the same thing. And here I am putting one example that there is a P0 to P5 which is having a value 0, all the values assigned to zeros, as you can see over here. Okay, and this is the doorway. Okay, this is the doorway. What is the door? What does it mean? What does it mean by doorway? That it is the way to enter into this critical section. That this particular statement that when you assign the token number. Now assume this token assignment is not atomic. That means simultaneously 2 or 3 processes can execute this statement simultaneously. Now what will happen if the statement is not atomic? I'll come to that algorithm. I'll explain you by example. But for the just one critical thing is there for this simplified bakery algorithm. And if this statement is not atomic, then it will not guarantee that all process will be assigned a unique number. It does not guarantee that that all process, not sure, it is not true that all processes will assigned a unique number. So that may not be true. Okay, so it may be possible, and the reason is that the statement is not an atomic statement. So it may be possible that 2 processes, suppose P0 has not been assigned, he has not entered into this. P2, suppose P3 is the first one to go into this, execute this step, this one, and all are 0 that time, and P0 has been assigned to the value 1. P4 and P5 simultaneously they have executed this statement. Okay, so first it has checked the before updation, right? Before updation, so simultaneously they take the statement max of num0 num. So that time max value was 1. Only one process has been assigned. So that time max value was 1. So this become 1 plus 1, and this also become 1 plus 1, and both the process will assigned with the value 2. Okay, so first one was this, and then P2 comes and take the value 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. So that is your token generation system here in this case.